You have the perfect scorecard, defining mission, outcomes, and competencies. You've done the hard work 90% of managers skip. You've posted the job, filtered resumes, and have 5 promising candidates, all perfect on paper. Now you're about to interview and walk straight into the interview illusion. The interview illusion means everyone's a team player, a problem solver, and works well under pressure in an interview. This illusion is fueled by cognitive biases and candidates' polished, rehearsed answers, making genuine fit hard to discern. Modern candidates are trained to give polished, canned answers. They've read articles and prepared their stories. Ask, "What's your greatest weakness?" And you'll hear, "I'm a perfectionist," or "I care too much." This is useless. You're stuck in voodoo hiring, using gut feel to guess who's telling the truth. How do you get past canned answers to find the real truth? I'll show you the one interview question that makes it impossible for a candidate to lie. First, understand why standard interview questions fail. They are abstract and hypothetical. Tell me about a time you solved a problem, or how would you handle conflict? These invite C players to tell a story. C players are often fantastic storytellers, but you can't know if their heroic tales are true or a one-time event. A players dislike abstract questions. They're doers who want to talk about facts and results. So we're discarding the behavioral question playbook for a single, simple, powerful question. The one question is a system. Starting with your first job after college, walk me through your career chronologically. For each job, I'll ask the same 5 questions. This is the Topgrading interview, or Who interview, the A-player detection system. It seems simple, even boring. The Topgrading method combats the interview illusion by thoroughly examining a candidate's career history, competencies, and values. It involves a chronological review of each job, using consistent questions to uncover patterns of behavior, motivations, and performance. For each role, candidates answer detailed questions about responsibilities, accomplishments, challenges, decisions, relationships, and reasons for leaving. Key components include a job scorecard, a chronological interview, and the 5 core questions for each job. These questions cover what they were hired to do, proudest accomplishments, low points, team relationships, and why they left. A 2-interviewer approach and thorough reference calls with previous bosses, peers, and subordinates are crucial for objective evaluation. Topgrading helps hiring managers move beyond the interview illusion, making informed decisions and building a higher-performing workforce by focusing on concrete evidence and thorough vetting. A-players love this question. They are proud of their track record. They are excited to share accomplishments. C-players dread this question. They can't maintain a lie for 2 hours or hide from patterns. Asking the same 5 questions reveals their excuses, gaps, and failures. They will break. The pattern is the truth. What are these 5 magical questions for every job on their resume? Pull out your scorecard. Question 1. What were you hired to do? This is the first filter. Listen for the job scope. Did it match your scorecard's mission? A C player says, "I was a marketing manager, responsible for marketing stuff like emails and social media." This is passive, a job description. An A player says, "I was hired as the first marketing manager to build a lead generation funnel from scratch for the new sales team." This is active, a mission. Question 2. What were your key accomplishments in that role? This detects A players. Listen for outcomes, not responsibilities. A C player says, "I worked on email campaigns, was part of the website redesign, and helped manage social media." This is just being on the team. An A player says, I grew email qualified leads by 30% in 6 months, led a website redesign 10% under budget, and hired a social media coordinator. These are measurable outcomes matching your scorecard. Question 3. What were your low points or biggest mistakes in that role? Everyone has them. C players hide them. An A player learns from mistakes. A C player says, I can't think of any. My boss was difficult and the team unmotivated. They blame others. An A player says, my biggest mistake was on the Q2 product launch. I was too optimistic and didn't align with engineering, causing a 2-week slip. I learned to over-communicate with technical teams and implemented a new 3-week check-in system for the next launch, which was on time. They owned the failure and learned a specific lesson. Question 4. Who was your boss, and what would they say about you? This is a 2-part punch. You're setting up a reference check for later, and you're forcing them to see themselves from their boss's perspective. A C player says, my boss, Jim, he was a real micromanager. He'd probably say I was fine? I'm not sure. An A player says, my boss was Sarah Smith. She would say I was in her top 5% of hires. She'd say I was incredibly resilient and that I always hit my numbers. She would also say that I needed to work on being more patient in team meetings, which is something I've actively focused on in my current role. Question 5. Why did you leave that role? This is the final pattern finder. A C player is pushed from their job. They leave to get away from a problem. The company was going in a bad direction. My boss was terrible. It wasn't a good fit. If you hear this 3 or 4 times, you found a C player. An A player is pulled to their next job. They leave to go to a bigger mission, a larger opportunity, a new challenge. This is the system that separates A players from good storytellers. This is the kind of in-depth tactical playbook we are building for you here at Well-Drawn Wisdom. If you are an integrator who is tired of making bad hires, this is your new standard. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. The payoff. The pattern is the truth. So, the payoff. The one question I promised isn't a silver bullet. It's a system. It's the chronological top-grading interview. It's the commitment to ask the same 5 questions for every single role, writing down the answers and comparing them to your scorecard. This is how you stop gut feel hiring. You can't fake a 10-year history of success. You can't blame 5 bosses in a row for being terrible. The pattern is the truth, and this method reveals it every time. You've done it. You've run 5 candidates through this Who interview. You found your A player. You're done, right? Wrong. You are now at the final step, and you're about to make the last mistake. You're so excited to fill the seat, you're so tired of interviewing, that you're about to skip the one final, non-negotiable step. The reference check. But I already asked what their boss would say. That's not enough. How do you get their real, former bosses on the phone? Not just the friendly references they gave you, and get the real story. That is the final lock on the door. And in our next video, I'll give you the 3-step script to get anyone on the phone for a reference check. And the one question you must ask them that reveals all.